This is the AK rifle. This is the AK magazine. One is useless without the other. Another episode about the Palmetto State Armory AK103 adventures at the AKOU farm continue. And right off the bat, we are going to dive into the swamp. And the swamp is really swampy as it gets. You may not see it from the footage when I was throwing in, but it's a little bit more than 72 hours later. Let's watch when I'm reeling it back. Let's see what we got. If there is anything left. Oh my gosh. Oh. Holy shit. Let it go. Look at this, guys. Alright. Awesome. It's so good. Let me flush out that muzzle brake. Alright, I think we're good. Uptake is still working. Alright, let's rock and roll. Like a champ. Like a champ. And it smells like shit. But it's done. So yeah, the conditions were absolutely nasty, but the outstanding performance for the AK103, the swamp was no challenge for that rifle. And on that note, I'll tell you right away that I had zero malfunctions. This rifle cycles and keeps plowing forward through the different kinds of ammo. I'm mixing the ammo right now because you know the situation with the ammo. So I'm digging into my old supplies and trying to use whatever I can to keep pushing that rounds or count. And it eats everything. It doesn't matter if you're mixing the hollow points of the full metal jacket with this rifle. It absolutely goes through everything. It will be interesting to see how this rifle is going to perform actually at the Sand Tornado test, but that's in the waiting room for it. So as you can see, the reliability of this model is really good, and I'm getting warm up for that FN barrel more and more. I really like that barrel. That barrel is doing good job. I promise to you, we're going to put it on a nice, extended range shooting, and we'll see how this rifle holds the water as far as the accuracy goes. So far so good, but let's wait when we'll have more rounds through that pipe, and we'll see what is going to happen then. As you can see as you could see from the rifle which I used, Chris's rifle from Texas Zen, his rifle was shooting really nicely at the extended ranges. But enough with the bullshit talk. Let me dive in, because as you remember, I had my concerns about what's happening with the bolt carrier rear end, and I wanna see how this is looking like right now after another 1,000 rounds and a lot of magazine dumps, let's be honest here. So we will see what is the situation there. So after the swamp, I basically flush out everything with the garden hose. So there may be some surface rust. I try to just get that junk out, and it always amazes me what you can find. I think I got a picture what was stuck inside that TDI arms rail on the right side. Amazing. But going back to the bolt carrier rear end, and I think we have increased that splash. So there we go. Not much, but it is there. I wonder at what point we're going to stop. It should stop. That's going to be very interesting. So this is the splash, and I think it grew a little bit. So there you go. Inside the caming channel, everything is looking good, and here we are okay. Piston is wobbling a little bit, which is perfectly fine, and the piston head is absolutely looking normal. So only that rear end is the point of concern, and this is with their original Palmetto State Armory fire control group. Alright, bolt locking locks, absolutely perfect. Flat surface, no steps, no deformations. This is looking good. I like what I'm seeing here. And the rear end of the bolt is looking good. Front extractor claw is looking good. And everything here is looking normal on the bolt. Time to look into the trunnion. The right side of the trunnion, I think... We'll pay attention to that right side of the trunnion. I don't think this changed much, but I'll pay attention to that right side of the trunnion. It looks like a fresher mark to me, but maybe I just removed the gunk with my finger. Left side is looking good, and the chamber is looking perfect. Let me flip it to the bottom of the trunnion. The bottom of the trunnion is looking good. So from the trunnion point of view, we will pay closer attention. I think that looks like a little bit more stress on that right side. That's something to watch for. The trigger I already talked about. There's nothing on really a trigger, but clearly the trigger hammer is winning that fight with the bolt carrier. And the mechanism for folding stock is holding up. This is stiff, this is nice. I like the way how this is functioning. It's really clean, nicely done. All right, let me pull out the lever and remove the gas tube. And here's the pirate for the Pirates Union. Oh, and look inside the gas tube. Reveals absolutely nothing. No damages on the gas tube. I talked already about the barrel. Barrel is holding up great, and I cannot wait to start pushing it further and further away to see how much we can squeeze from it. Inside the gas block, we are okay too. That being said, let me check. Pins on the front post are looking good. On the gas block are acceptable as well. And flipping to the other side, everything is looking good too. Rivets, how the rivets are holding up. All the rivets are staying tight. I do not see any air gaps between the rivets on this side and the rivets on other side are looking good. Let me check quickly the trigger guard. Trigger guard is looking acceptable as well. All right, I think at this point, guys, we gotta put this rifle back together and see how we are going to do on the head spacing test. 2 points which will be requiring more attention still is that rear end on the bolt carrier and that right side of the trunnion. I don't think, I think it's just the fresh exposure because I smudged the basically gunk away. But something to look after. All right, give me a few seconds. I will set up the rifle and we'll get back to you shortly.
Внимание, внимание! Внимание, внимание! Внимание, внимание! Уважаемые товарищи, городской совет народных депутатов сообщает, что в связи с аварией на Чернобыльской атомной электростанции в городе Припяти складывается неблагоприятная радиационная обстановка.
no-go gauge set up on a bolt face. We don't want to close on a no-go gauge. That would be a bad day, and we are not closing. Some of you were asking why I'm doing this, and that's the purpose of this test, to check if we're closing on a no-go gauge, and it is not closing. One more time. Nope, not even close. So, Palmetto State Armory AK103 survives for another day, and we'll go back to it and keep pushing rounds down the pipe to give you the best report possible on extended use of that rifle. Thank you for watching, thanks for being with us, and as always, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so YouTube will inform you that the AKOU posted a new video. Thank you guys.